Hey, what's going on, guys? I hope you guys are doing well. My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins, and welcome to Pillow Talk with Dr. Boyce and Dr. Alicia. How you doing today, babe?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
Doing well, doing well.
My chair next to you.
I know. We don't do a lot of these where we're like right next to each other.
In camera. And we're not in the bed laying against our pillow.
We are not. We are not. This would make a very hard pillow. But yeah, so anyway, I was reaching out to you and I wanted to talk to everybody about this, but there was this crazy story that I saw. There's this website called Hollywood Unlocked that is apparently the new Shade Room or something.
I love that website.
Yeah, they're better than the Shade Room to me. I stopped following the Shade Room and I started following Hollywood Unlocked.
You know what? I stopped following Shade Room because it was just filling up my feed with too much garbage.
Yeah. It just got too ratchety, too raunchy.
Like, oh, not another Shade Room.
Yeah, so Hollywood Unlocked.
Not throwing shade on the Shade Room, but it's just my style.
Don't be careful because Shade Room will have you out there on blast.
No,
dogging you out. Yeah, they'll do that.
Oh,
but anyway, so maybe we could pull that story up. But the story was Hollywood Unlocked. It was about a guy who faced a backlash for not sharing his Christmas bonus with his wife. It says here that an anonymous man revealed that his wife is upset with him because he refused to give her his $1,000 Christmas bonus. He claims his wife receives roughly the same amount from her parents during the holidays, so they keep their funds separate. Now, there's more. He says her parents, however, did not give her the usual amount this holiday season, so she asked him to share the bonus because he earned it from a new promotion. Quote, "When I told my wife this, she said we should split the money so that we both have $700 to spend. I refused because our agreement was that we would keep our Christmas money separate and spend it how we choose." He also added, "There is usually a small difference, $100 or $200, between what her parents give her and what I receive as a bonus, and we've never split the money 50-50, so there's no reason to start now, only when it benefits her." The anonymous user continued to say that he refused the offer because there was only one point in his career where he only earned a $100 bonus and his wife received her $1,000 gift. So he's saying that when she had the big bank, she wasn't sharing nothing. But now that he's on top, she's talking about what's yours is ours and yours is mine. What do you think about that?
What's mine is mine and what's yours is mine. Don't you know?
Right. And that's why a lot of guys don't want to get married.
What's yours is mine.
Right.
How about that, boys?
We're not doing that. We're not doing that.
What is it really? We put it all. Let's put all our money together. How about that?
Well, I kind of feel like I think he has a point. I'm with the dude, because to me, if she didn't share it, because there was a time where he got the 100, she got the 1,000, and she wanted to play by one set of rules, the whole separate but unequal rule. And then when he had the big money and she had the smaller money, she's like, oh, kumbaya. So she's trying to be a capitalist when it benefits her and a communist when it does not benefit her to be a capitalist. So I don't know. I think that's a closed case. I think it's a touchdown, like goal, like point for the man. What do you think?
Oh, my God. Okay, seriously, first of all, I'm just wondering, she gets money from her parents every year for Christmas and they're married? That doesn't make sense to me. Like,
yeah, maybe her parents got money.
Yeah, but if you got money, why are you waiting until Christmas to give you $1,000?
I don't know.
I don't really understand that. That doesn't
my parents gave me money for Christmas up until I was about probably 35. I mean, I wasn't married, but I didn't need it. Like I did. Okay, I made more money than both my parents put together when I was 35.
I'll tell you one thing. At 35, if we were married and your parents gave you money for Christmas, that's our money. So I would be like, what's ours is ours. So if my parents gave me some money for Christmas, I would look at you like, what we spending it on?
I think that it'd be different if he did not have that previous case law.
Yeah, so there's a case law. So they came up with an agreement that the money that her parents gave to her would just be hers, and that the money that he gets on his bonus, which, by the way, I'm like $1,400. I was thinking like $7,000. I was thinking it was a lot more money than that for a bonus. But it just seems like to me that it should all be shared, right?
You know what? Right, and that's the thing, right? I kind of feel like they had weird rules to begin with. Yeah. Like my money from my parents is mine, it's mine's, and what's yours, is yours. But it's like, I think that I know that, for example, the way you and I kind of do stuff is like my money is your money. You can go in and grab what you need. And vice versa. Like when you're winning, I'm winning, right? And so I never really felt like there was any sort of need to necessarily claim anything. But I think that changes depending on how much income you have. I think that if income is tight, then that might sort of shift the rule for people. Like if we got married maybe when we were 23 and struggling, what do you think? Do you think it would have been the same rule?
It probably wouldn't have been the same. So you're talking about money and control. So she was kind of like, here's how the rules are going to be, because I'm getting $1,000. I'm getting $1,000. So the rule is this money is mine now. To me, it just seems like she has more money to do whatever she wants to do with it. Like, and you have none of it, and he's getting his little measly bonus, which, by the way, legally, all money that comes into the household is both the couple's money.
Well, you might say that, you know. Well, anyway, guys, you're watching Pillow Talk with Dr. Boyce and Dr. Alicia Watkins. My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins. This is my wife, Dr. Alicia Watkins. She is a licensed therapist and a full professor of social work, and my doctorate's in finance. And if you'd like to learn more about what Dr. Alicia does, you can feel free to visit her website, which is coachingwithdralicia.com. She sees couples and individuals and families and does excellent therapy. So if you're interested in that, feel free to take a look. Also, she helped to inspire our first ever Black Financial Therapy Department. We are the first institution, the Black Business School that I know of, to basically do financial therapy because Black financial therapy is critical to understand the psychological barriers that keep us from building wealth in our community. So we're all about our people and all about breaking down all the walls. So let me just kind of jump in on that topic. So we're talking about this guy who gets a bonus and his wife doesn't get as much as he does. So she's now saying, let's share, let's do it 50-50.
Let's talk about it again. Now that I'm not getting as much money, let's now renegotiate the previous deal.
Right.
So selfish,
and really, I think it makes her look bad, honestly, that she's trying to change the rules now that the rules kind of benefit her. And I think it's interesting that some of the people on the internet were kind of mad at him for not sharing with his wife and not turning the other cheek and all this other stuff.
He's legitimate in his concern. I mean, it makes me wonder, like if they were in my office and I was talking to them, I would ask him, how did he feel? What feelings did he have toward his wife when she came up with the original idea where the deal was in her favor and that now she wants to come back, that she didn't get as much money from her parents. And I really wonder, like, what were the circumstances around that? Like, your parents don't owe you much of anything in terms of money like that. But anyway, I don't know what happened. Maybe the parents are like, let your husband take care of you. I'm not taking care of you no more. I don't know what would make parents decide all of a sudden I'm not giving you as much money this Christmas. I don't even understand.
And what's in, well, you know what it really kind of speaks to a little bit is, you know, it's almost like she wants to be an independent woman when she's got everything she needs, but then when she doesn't have what she needs, she wants to depend on a man. And it's almost like society at large, you know, that the dynamics of marriage and relationships change based on the income levels of the society, right? Like before, women had good jobs making more money than men. Maybe they had different expectations in the relationship than they do now, you know, and, you know, because back in the day when you needed a man to pay your bills, it was more like, okay, yeah, we got to split what you got because you don't know who has anything. But then later on, when women were doing better economically and bringing more into the relationship, you started seeing kind of a different dynamic.
Well, their expectations changed, for sure. The expectations changed.
Go ahead. No, I was going to.
I'm reading a book on this.
And I was going to bring up that point that's interesting, right? That a lot of women seem to believe that it's okay for a man to take care of a woman. It's expected for a man to take care of a woman, but it's not okay, not expected for a woman to take care of a man. And that's almost like a political thing, right? Like if you are a super liberal person, you might say, no, women can take care of men, like da. But if you're old fashioned, you might say, yeah, of course not. Like if you were making a lot more money than me, like if you were Oprah and I made my little Boyce Watkins money, I would not really want your money like that. You know, I'd be like, nah, that's okay.
But we'd be flying private jets.
Oh, well, hell yeah. And you be buying
yacht.
all the jet fuel. Because I know how expensive, I'm getting my pilot's license. I know how expensive jets are. They are too expensive.
We'd be living it up, and you wouldn't be turning none of that down, would you?
No, I would not. I would not turn down the chance to fly on a private jet with a woman as beautiful as you.
There we go.
Not in a million years.
Yeah, I mean, well, I think it was out of necessity because if you're talking about, you know, those times in the 50s, I guess, 40s and 50s, where it was difficult for women to enter into the work world. You know, it wasn't like jobs were plentiful, or if women went to college, they weren't in college to get a college degree. They were in college to get their MRS degree,
or the MOM.
The MOM,
Well, the MRS, and they graduate to the MOM. You don't get the MOM first.
It could be hang out by the law school and see what's going, see the medical school and see how you can score.
Well,
that's why parents were sending their daughters to school for the MRS. But, you know, so they really, you know, it was a necessity. You know, it was almost like very difficult during those times. So things have changed now. We should do a pillow talk on that book, All or Nothing Marriage, the All or Nothing Marriage. I've been listening to the audiobook off and on, and it is really remarkable. It gives a history of marriage and expectations and everything from antiquity, from the beginning all the way up. And so he's now moving into the Second World War II, and the self-actualization marriage, and the happiness marriage, and the necessity marriage. So as humans develop, so has marriage developed. Marriage and what marriage means to couples has changed over time. And he did a whole entire book on how people have adjusted to the changes. And believe it or not, most of it is economic. So it'll be quite an interesting, and I'm inviting you into listening to this audiobook with me, but you always got other stuff to do.
Oh, I'm trying to learn Spanish and how to fly airplanes, so that's enough to occupy my brain.
That is I've got to talk to you. I haven't had a chance to talk to you about this, but I may abandon this Learn Spanish for 2023. I'm thinking about abandoning it because it's so overwhelming, and I can't figure out how I can fit it into my life, especially since I'm doing all this other interesting things. So I'm thinking about reconsidering my New Year's resolution to learn Spanish. It's just not.
Well, you read 22 books last year, right?
I read 22 books in the year 2022. We got to do a pillow talk on that.
Are you going to read? Okay, let's do it.
I learned quite a few interesting little things. And so I'm on this reading kick, and I don't know if I can get off of it. Like, I'm really like...
Well, reading, that's such a horrible addiction.
I am really addicted to losing myself in ideology.
Ma'am, you need help.
It's not just novels, but it's ideologies and thoughts and that intellectual side of mine. It's almost like 2022, like, pushed me into 2023, and now I'm trying to learn Spanish, but I'm missing all my other books that I didn't get to. So I got to reevaluate my New Year's resolution.
Okay. Well, let's reevaluate that, and we will come back and talk about that next time. And so we want to say thank you guys for checking us out with Pillow Talk with Dr. Boyce and Dr. Alicia Watkins. If you'd like to get a free copy of my book, you can get an e-copy of our book, Financial Lovemaking. Well, it's my book, but you can get a free e-copy. Go to boyceandalicia.com. You can get a free copy of the book. And also, you can take the Black Love Challenge. We have a Black Love Challenge you can take if you want to test out your relationship. And also, if you want to follow Alicia and check out what she's got going on, you can go follow her at Coaching with Dr. Alicia, or you can go to coachingwithdralicia.com. She sees clients on a regular basis and has classes and workbooks and things like that. So if you go to coachingwithdralicia.com, you can see what she's got going on. So there we go. There's her website right there on the screen. All right. So thank you guys very much. It was wonderful to see you today. And we hope you'll hit the subscribe button, share, follow, all that good stuff. We'll be back to you with another Pillow Talk really soon. Until then, God bless you. See you later. Peace.
Bye-bye.